Alright, let's give you guys a tour. The Turkey's Day. We got kitchenette. Laser lunchroom. Cube farm. And my domain. I think I might have shown this before, but just in case. We got some posters. Little fun zone. In case you want to jam out. Gotta have a little inflatable Gojira. Walter. He's my remote sentry Muppet. Just in case somebody tries to mess with my stuff when I'm away. Gotta have some bonus LDs. Fifth Element, Jurassic Park, Blade Runner. Demolition Man poster that I picked up at a flea market. Old Casino Royale that they gave away at the theater when I saw that in 2006. Quantum of Solace poster. Oh yeah, the Skyfall. Theater light. Let's set that up. Oh, there we go. It's a little bit better. And some goodies up there. Briarios from Appleseed. Karate Stitch. There's a Mojo Jojo back there. My custom Jeff Buckley clock, which apparently is out of batteries. I gotta fix that. 2112 album. A couple of promo posters from my band. And Little Pug. And tell me what day it is. Get started on some amazing document formatting. Listen to some new metal that came out this week, so I can program the radio properly. And hopefully you guys are having a nice day. I'll check in with you a little later. Peace. Alright, so finally done with another work day. Finally done uploading and finalizing the Vincent Price Blu-ray collection video. So that's all done. Now I just got to go down to the bowels of Connecticut and visit the Metal Cyndicast cats and do a podcast, talk about upcoming shows and stuff like that. So you'll meet those guys momentarily. I just got to drive for about a half an hour, go get some donkeys, of course. And then come home and then maybe do some prep work for the next batch of videos and all that stuff. So I'll talk to you guys in a hot minute. I'm doing a video blog this whole week, so I figured it'd be perfect bring along the camera and document some of the event. Agrippa! I actually found parking. Woohoo! Yeah. That's a bitch. I was telling him,
like, as soon as you find a spot, you just gotta take it.
Yeah, I just turned around in the middle of the road.
Yeah, like people behind you.
Exactly. Up here, alright. Good, I'm glad I'm not the only one that didn't have time to change into metal clothes.
Very rarely do.
That's the magic of radio.
It's cleaned up a bit, since you left.
Well, alright. Nice.
It's not as much of a bachelor pad as it used
Alright,
to be.
yeah. As much. A little bit. Is there a preferred guest seat, or
Anywhere?
first come, first serve? Alright, cool. Poster. This is Sam Hatch of Seven the Drama, and you are listening and raging to the Metal Cyndicast. Don't worry, I'll edit out all the secret behind the scenes stuff. So. Agrippa says you're a dick.
Welcome to the Metal Cyndicast, episode 147, Sever the Drama on the Horizon.
Oh, I see what he did there.
Yeah, you saw it.
I like it.
This podcast was recorded on March 16th, 2016. We are your hosts, Agrippa.
And Alan Solovka.
Joining us this week is Sam of Sever the Drama. Hey, Sam.
What's up, gentlemen?
Welcome back to the show.
Always a pleasure to be here. I'd be here every week if I could.
How's it going?
Not too
This
bad.
is like your 15th time on the show.
I'm hoping to get like on SNL when the guests have the like their fifth time on, they get like a smoking jacket or something. They get
You
invited
will
to a
get a
secret
metal
club.
plaque.
Sweet. I cannot wait.
You can get a sticker.
Awesome.
You gotta peel it off the wall, though.
Once we
Slightly
reorder stickers.
I'll come back for the sticker then.
The sticker of your choice, just peel it off the wall. There's a Epiphone one over there. You can.
Nice.
Most of it's there.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of how many. This might be 4th or 5th at
Yeah.
least. Yeah, but hey, glad to be back as always.
So we've covered your origin story, your secret origin story.
Indeed, yeah, the
we've,
mutagen and
we've covered the album release.
yeah,
So what is new with Sever the Drama these days?
mostly been writing. We've been holed up writing the new material, so no official album title or anything like that because it's all working titles. So there's one song called Micropaws about cats with tiny paws. There's a song called Big Win, and what else is there? There's a couple others, but yeah, no real titles yet. I'm gunning for Tom Mariah Carey to be a follow-up to Wilson Phillips and Salmo. But yeah, we've been writing like madmen and trying to kind of do like a show here, a show there.
Mhm.
And sorry, we've been playing Massachusetts like a lot, like Max Cap and that kind of thing.
Yeah,
So
last
we're-
time I saw
That's
you, was that
the
next
thing
time?
has become really popular
Yeah.
with Connecticut bands now. A lot of
Yeah.
people
Yeah.
are making a trek up there.
I
last
like
time
it. I
we
wanna
played
play
with the
Giga.
Rubes up
Yeah.
there. So yeah, so just working on that stuff nonstop, and then yeah, playing a couple shows here and there. We got one coming up this week in All Stars in Manchester, Connecticut. So.
That's a pretty nice venue too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's gonna be our first show with. It'll be our 3rd show there, but our first one with Posidemic Entertainment. So that'll be pretty cool.
Cool.
And the other bands are Our Own Destruction, who we've played
Oh, I love
with
those guys.
so
Yeah.
many times, and Brutal Rise,
Mhm.
Stickpin, and Kings of Nothing. It's gonna be like a post St. Patrick's Day massacre show, so it's gonna be pretty cool. Doors open at 8. I think it's $5 to get in. So 21 and up. So leave the kids at
The
home.
usual 5 bands for $5 deal with
You-
Posidemic.
With Posidemic, yeah, I know it should be a good time. So, and we're actually gonna try and go on a little early this time. So, I know I feel bad. I've got some fans that are a little bit closer to my age or beyond, and they
Yeah.
they
So
show up
you're
at Cherry Street and they're like,
volunteering to take your early
exactly, yeah, because I keep seeing them at the shows, and then they look at their watch after a couple hours, and they're like, I gotta go home.
Oh.
So this one's for like mom and
Well, the good
the
thing is-
geriatric crew.
It's kind of in your neighborhood. It's closer to your neighborhood, we should say.
It's totally right in my backyard.
Yeah.
Yeah, so no problem at all.
Should get a pretty good turnout for that.
Yeah, the bus. We've had issues with the bus.
No.
So, yeah, it
Tell us about that.
after the Cherry Street show in was that January for Anti Rises.
Oh, yeah.
We played that. Drove home, no problems. Had breakfast, of course, as you always have to do after a show, or we do. And then right in Ellington, yeah, I get the bus crapped out. I got in bed like around 4 o'clock, and the phone rang, and I'm like, oh no. Because of course my wife was like, oh no, it's Chris. He got injured. The bus broke down. I'm like, oh, I know exactly what this is.
Oh shit.
This is you got the AAA card in your pocket, and the bus broke down. So yeah, I got the call, and it was one of those cases where you just like so into being in bed, and you're like, this is the best thing ever. I will give it everything.
Yeah.
Just stay like this, and I'm like, so I just kind of sat on the edge of the bed, just going, fuck, while my wife was getting everything together.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
called AAA, and they said, oh yeah, we'll be there eventually, and so drove out to hang out with Chris and sat out there till like 6:30 in the morning or something like that. They kept sending the same guys out or calling the same guys, and they didn't have a truck big enough to put Dave, our tour bus, on. So we ended up having to call a dude from a couple towns away and having to eat the cost up front and all that stuff. So it was a hot mess. So we thought it was just running out of gas. Dave is special. It has a gas gauge that only works from...
Oh, it's a short bus.
Yeah, it has a short gauge. It works from half to full. Anything under half, it's like a magical guessing game. And then, so we thought, well, maybe it was just out of gas. So we put some gas in it, nothing. So
Yeah.
we're still waiting for the official diagnosis.
Wow.
We got a local guy close to Chris that said he would come up when it's warm. It's been pretty warm lately, but he hasn't come up to check it out yet. So we're hoping to get it ready for the All-Star show. But
Well, at least it's home.
it is,
Yeah.
yeah. It took a little while to get it there, but
Yeah.
poor Chris, man. He was stuck in the back of my car, and he had some bowel urgency going on. And he's like, like, don't crap in my car, Chris.
So this coming up All-Star show, Dave will not be there.
I'm hoping he will be, but chances are he won't be,
Yeah.
sadly. But
Like
so
the carpool.
Yeah.
I know it's gonna be the old well now it'll be Cobalts, and
Mhm.
it used to be the Cavalier Cavalcade all
You guys are
lined
so
up.
spoiled that, it's going to be like...
I know. Oh man, I got a kick drum in my front seat. This is so crappy.
Sitting on 2 cases.
Yeah, and then after...
No, actually, that brings me... What is the origin of the bus? Who, did it come from another band? Did you inherit that?
I'm trying to figure out, like, the entire lineage of it, because there's a great, like, Ken Burns documentary behind that. But it was definitely some sort of service bus for a while, so I don't know if it was trucking around old ladies or something like that. But then it went out of whatever fleet it was part of, and some guy bought it as his personal, like, fishing van, and he had, like, all sorts of, like, bass fishing equipment in there, and that was his thing. And he'd take it up to, like, Maine or something like that. And then Carl, the drummer, got a line on it from some dude and picked it up for a song, and it sat in his backyard for ages. So, because that thing pretty much broke up the old band that they were all part of. So, because they were all arguing about how to pay for it and everything like that. So, so I mean, it's never done service, but with a band before. Yeah.
But you guys got it all painted and fixed up until it broke down again.
We're hoping they'll get back up and running. I saw Mastodon was selling their old tour band.
Oh, nice.
For like $3,500. Yeah. For like an early 90s. Yeah.
It's not terrible. They actually just opened up, I read, practice spaces down in their hometown of Atlanta.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, you can rent
That's
space from Mastodon.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. It gives you some street cred. I was kind of leery of the van. I'm like, one, it'd be cool to have Mastodon's old van, but then on the other hand, like, you don't know how, like, a bottle of pee is gonna roll out from underneath the seat or something.
Plus, I'm sure it's got a lot of mileage on it.
Yeah, absolutely. So hopefully we'll give Dave to some other worthy contestants when it's time to move on to a bigger vehicle. But I see those nice, like, limo-sized ones on the highway.
We never
once in a
got
while.
to do the drag race,
I know!
Bus versus the Dead by Wednesday.
That one, I think the Dead by Wednesday bus disappeared before we even got a chance to.
That was in a lot worse shape.
But Dave will be the star of the Horizon video, which we are still working on nonstop, just 8 hours.
His last appearance.
I know. I hope not. That's just going to be. He's going to go away for a little bit and then have a big comeback special. So it'll be like Elvis in tour bus form.
Why don't we listen to some Secular Drama?
Sweet.
What do you want to play?
We always play the Horizon and Wilson and all that stuff. Let's do a deep cut or something like that. Let's get wild. Let's do Believe Anything.
All right. How did the writing process begin with that one? Was it just like a guitar riff and then...
That was a riff-oriented one. Yeah, like that first kind of riff is where it started. That dun, 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 and then kind of moved on from there. But actually, that was a combo. I forgot about it because the verse was a drum beat. It started around the drum beat. And we crafted our stuff around the drum beat. So it was like riff meets beat, and then slapped them together with some duct tape, and you got a song.
And there you go.
Yeah.
And that was Sever the Drama with Believe Anything.
So you're working on a new album.
Indeed, yeah.
Is the writing process any different this time than
a little bit
in the past?
It's shaping up to be a concept album, which is something we've never done before.
That could take a
Those
while.
aren't easy to do.
I know. I don't know why. I don't know. Carl kind of threw the idea out, and then it stuck a little bit. So it's going to be a little bit more task intensive, but. Still, the other writing stuff is pretty much the same. It's usually like a grab bag of riffs that are kicking around, and then we start arranging it and trimming it. It really is. It's just like carving, a totem pole or something like that. You just have this big block, and we're like, we trim the fat and then put pauses in, because we're really into the whole dynamic range thing.
Yeah.
We like to have the starts and stops and all that stuff. And
I love those.
Yeah.
Like, you get... Those are the greatest thing to listen to. Like, just...
yeah.
And then it
You're
fucking
like,
slaps you right in the
what?
face.
And I always love it when there's a dude in the back that goes, whoa! I always love that stuff. So that's like what we're in the process of right now, is kind of doing that, carving out those little elements of some of the
I think
songs.
every band needs to have at least one track on their album that does that.
And yeah, so it's going good. We just gotta figure out what we're gonna do recording-wise. I know Dr. Jones said he was done with the whole, recording situation. Our engineer is we're never gonna get him again because he won a Grammy for Taylor Swift.
What?
Yeah, Brendan Morawski, who engineered our whole album.
Oh.
He's the guy that we drove crazy and we called Jimmy. We even wrote that song, Jimmy Drives a Buick, about him. He went on to be a assistant engineer on Taylor Swift's last album, just won a Grammy.
Nice.
So, crazy.
Maybe there's room for a little crossover there.
I think so. We should definitely cross
Sever the
over.
Drama. speaking of editing, you're working on your video.
Forever, yeah.
You recorded it was it this summer?
Last July.
July,
yeah.
holy
Yeah.
shit, okay.
It's weird. It's tough to find inspiration when it's freezing out, when you're editing a summer video. So now that it's starting to get a little nicer out, I'm starting to feel the vibe a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And the guys have been coming over to my house, and we fire it up on my projector and just sit there and, whittle away at it. It's just so much crap going on in the video. So, I mean,
so many different angles and so many,
And there's like a little movie that happens before it, too, that's starring Ian. For about like a minute and a half or something, so I had to put that together, and that's got full effects.
I like those music videos too that have like the intro video and then the music starts.
It's totally like that, and lots of stupidity. We kind of got inspired by some Red Fang videos and some of the ignorance that those guys were in, and it's cool. Lots of cuts to representing local bands, so we keep changing our T-shirts every couple seconds. So everybody's represented.
You're like the Ryan Baer of. I think he was at one show, had like 5 or 6 different T-shirts for every band that was on there.
You're looking for like a full length. Like,
we were talking about doing an EP, but it seems like it's shaping up like we have. I mean, no promises. We might go back to it, but the whole concept album thing is. That's kind of leaning more towards a big full length. So, we'll get some opera singers in there.
It's more about how much money you have to put towards the project too.
That is definitely it. Yeah.
And Scott does all the lyrics.
For the most part, there's a couple of bits where we'll jump in with something.
That's going to be the hardest part for the concept album.
Yeah, and the last one, I know. Carl comes up with the idea.
Yeah.
You do the concept album. We'll set aside.
Fantastic idea, concept album. Now,
you do it. He did tell us, he threw it out there. He's like, you guys want to get involved in the concept and help craft that, get involved, because obviously he doesn't want to have to take on that all by himself. When we're writing though, he's always in the corner, like with his little notebook, like the mad scientist, always scratching stuff down. So it's not even like he'll come up with something that day. So by the time me and Chris are done screwing around, getting our stuff together, like we can record a scratch track of him doing it. It's not like he has to go home and listen to it all week and all that stuff. Right. So it's cool. So it's kind of instant results, and it gives him something to do when we're just sitting there freaking noodling around all day. It's kind of tedious, but it's fun. It's always a good time. Now, it's been a while. Let's do the Horizon. Screw it. We've been talking about it.
Good choice. This will be stuck in my head again.
Yeah, let's do it.
We talked about this song before.
Indeed.
Many times.
And I appreciate that, like, every time that I'm at one of your shows, it always gets dedicated to me.
Indeed.
So I appreciate it.
You're the Horizon guy.
And that was Sever the Drama with the Horizon. So we were just, during the break, we were talking about... we were asking Sam what else he's got going on, what he wanted to talk about the rest of the show. You know what we did that I just remembered?
We didn't wear
hoodies.
Yeah.
I didn't even wear mine.
And they're nice hoodies too, we have to mention. I got the zip up. What did you get?
Yeah.
Zip up?
I get the zip up too.
Zip up all the way.
It's funny, I'm that way too, and I just assumed everybody else was. In this last batch, everyone started coming out of the woodwork going, I want pullovers. And I'm like, screw you, pullovers are the weakest type of hoodie available. And we can't even order them. And then the guy's like, yeah, I can totally mix and match. I'm like, I just told like 30 people that there's no way they're getting pullovers.
I think the only advantage to having a pullover, in my opinion, is that the logo like stays like intact.
Sure,
split.
Yeah.
But like comfort-wise, zip up.
For me, the zip ups last longer.
Yeah.
I mean, unless the zipper breaks, but that's another thing.
They're durable, yeah. But yeah, I like it. You can zip it halfway down if you want to show a little moob, and zip it all the way down.
Let the hairs on the chest fly.
Yeah, it's like a semi-jacket too with the zip up. You know?
It really is.
This is good weather for it.
It's versatile.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the thing. Like whenever we have a downtime, there's no shows coming around, we kind of do a small run of merch. Something.
Nice.
So
you gotta keep your name out there, stay relevant.
Do something, yeah.
I mean, I'm glad you got hoodies too. A lot more bands need to get into the hoodie market.
Shit's
I mean, not
expensive,
now because it's the middle of March.
But get prepared for the fall.
You know, like everyone does T-shirts. Not a lot of people have hoodies. So if you can corner the market on the hoodies there.
Yeah, Continuum
it's
has a good
expensive
one.
though, buying merchandise.
It is, yeah.
And having to order all the different sizes, and there's no guarantee you're going to sell all, and you might be stuck with
we got
shitload of smalls.
Yeah,
mediums.
yeah, we got a lot of those. Yeah, it took us Scotty Anarchy bought our last medium finally. That was because I mean he can fit into anything somehow. He's magical. But that thing sat around forever, and then he's like, "I want a hoodie."
So let's talk about the show at All Stars.
Yeah, super excited.
You guys are going to go on early. Are you going on first?
Yeah, I think we're gonna bite the bullet and go on first.
8 o'clock isn't that early.
I know, right?
That's about the right time people pile in.
Not too shabby.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, sometimes if you can push the show a little later, the first band actually, you can have a decent draw.
Yeah.
it's funny how the timings are. You know, some shows start a lot later than others, and it's rough. You know, sometimes people get stuck playing midnight all the time, and
Yeah.
I've seen some great bands like playing to nobody at 12:30 at night.
I tell you, when I book shows now,
Mm-hmm.
last band goes on at 11.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. Yeah,
I'm a fan of that.
there's that situation where the clubs want people just drinking until closing time, but
You'll get the maximum amount of people within
Yeah.
that time.
Yeah.
That
Some people just want to go home. I
Yeah.
mean, there's
Yeah.
been several shows even recently. It's bands I like, but it's like, guys, I gotta go home. Like,
Yeah.
I'm tired.
Yeah,
I
from
gotta
like-
do
I'm
something.
fucking
the next
running
day.
around all week long.
Right.
I'm on the road most of the time. Driving from here and there. I'm fucking tired on Saturday.
from like 12:30 to 2, that it's just
Yeah.
background music at that
It
point.
is,
People
yeah.
are going to be hanging at the bar just talking to themselves, and I don't think anybody's going to be that excited to see their favorite band play at 1 o'clock.
Yeah. Who else is on the bill?
Our Own Destruction, who we play. I'm trying to think of how many times we played with those guys, but it's been quite a few, probably at least 5. And Brutal Rise, Stickpin, and Kings of Nothing. And it's the first time playing with all the other guys, so
Stickpin is a great band.
Nice.
One of my favorites.
it's gonna be a cool show. Last time we played there, we had a really good time playing it. Last time we played with City of Homes and Crossing Rubicon, so that was always
It's a
good
nice
time.
environment.
Yeah.
It's got a cool patio outside.
It does,
You just
yeah.
kind of hang out and still listen to the music and
Yep.
still see the stage.
It's right off the highway.
Yeah, it's easy to get to.
Yep.
And the stage is pretty nice.
Yeah, it's good lights,
Yeah.
good stage. Yeah, it's not bad
Good
at all.
sound,
So,
too.
yeah,
It's a nice place for a band to play. It's a nice place for fans to go watch bands.
and it's there's a limited amount of good venues, especially around my side of Hartford. So
Yeah.
gotta take it, but.
Okay, during the break we decided what song we were going to play. During the break.
Yeah, that was Dream of Scipio with Nails and Glass.
Do you remember Friday?
I know. I was trying to think of what I did on Friday. I remember the rest of the weekend. I'm pretty sure, but I've been addicted to the oral knots videos. You seen those?
No.
So it's
There's like, have you ever seen Bad Lip Reading?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It's kind of like that. It's dudes from Texas, I think. Are they from Texas? Somewhere in the Midwest. And they did a similar thing where they took. So far, they've done episodes 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and then they've added new dialogue to them, and they keep getting longer and longer each one. But the Jedi are all smackheads, and the Rebels are just party animals, and the Empire is just like a family entertainment, a super group. They have
Nice.
the Death Star's laser moon. It's a giant laser tag battle center, and
Nice.
it's hilarious stuff. So I usually watch them at least twice a week.
So that was my Saturday. And you were out pushing tickets.
Yeah, all day, just doing stuff around the house, and then went out, pushed tickets all night for the most part, and made deliveries, and then hung out with a friend of mine who I haven't seen for a while, so I went over to his pad, and he was reminding me about the time he found Sepultura, and I thought it was the heaviest thing I had ever heard. I'm like, whoa, pump the brakes there, buddy. Can't handle this stuff.
Which album was it?
It was Schizophrenia.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
way back.
That's pretty
Yeah, and I'm like, I don't know what's going on with this, but...
Did you do anything on Sunday?
Yeah, Chris came over and we edited like Mad Men all morning. And then I started the thing I'm doing right now too. I decided like an idiot that I needed more YouTube content on my YouTube channel, which is like, it's like a full-time job already.
Yeah.
And then I decided to do like a week in the life of kind of thing, and just bring
Nice.
my small camera around with me and just do a video diary thing. So because a lot of cool stuff was happening this show.
Where can we find it?
I'm going to be putting that on youtube.com/Culturedog. And then, after Chris was done editing, I think I went and did my Culturedog's radio show, and then, went home and did some more video editing. So, yeah.
Lots and lots of video editing.
Yeah.
And are you still going with House of Zaz?
I had to say no. It was just too much stuff going on. I was trying to cram too much like crap into the tight jeans, and it was just spilling out over the top. And I said, I got to pull the plug. One show a week is. I mean, if I had nothing else going on, or if I could just do it live, maybe. But I don't know.
Do it live like Bill O'Reilly.
Yeah.
That was for
Okay, we'll
Metal
do it live.
Fortress?
That was anti-radio.
Anti-radio, okay.
Yeah. But it's just, I thought it'd be cool just to put together a playlist and then just do the drops and breaks and stuff like that. But even that, and my YouTube channel, it kept building and getting bigger and bigger. And I'm like, well, I might as well just keep devoting more time to that and focusing on that. And obviously, separate the drama. So kind of learning to pick my battles and not stress myself out so much. So.
But anyway, this is number 147.
And you can listen to all the podcasts on the Metal Syndicate Podcast Network on metalsyndicate-ct.com, including this one, Metal Cyndicast, released every Thursday.
Visit the Metal Syndicate website at metalsyndicate-ct.com for all your up-to-date news and show listings. Also check out and like the Metal Syndicate Facebook page at facebook.com/Metal Syndicate, and remember, Syndicate is spelled with a C.
Thanks for listening to the Metal Syndicast, and email all your questions and comments to a93@mac.com. We'll read them all on the show.
Rise up and support your local metal scene.
Support local metal bands and the venues they perform at. Sam, thanks for being on the show.
Thanks for having me back again.
Pleasure as always.
Always a good time. Looking forward to melting some faces.
And that's the show.
Pretty sweet.
Cool.
Good as always.
And it wasn't even like 2 hours long.
Yeah.
Gotta love it.
This is the most I've sat down all day. Except in the car.
All right, done with the Metal Cyndicast. It was super nice out today, but now it's a little rainy. It is, it's about 10 minutes fast, so 8:22 or so. Gonna head back to the homestead, maybe do some, I think I'm jonesing to watch some of that Village of the Damned stuff, or maybe check out some of the new laser discs I picked up. But, hopefully I won't get hit by lightning. So we'll see you guys back in the Rumble Town. See you back at the homestead, and yeah, gonna get myself indoors.
For some reason,
I wish I was Boba Fett. I could
no,
just
I
rock
was
it back
like,
home.
for some reason, I was like, Ed.